right places as well.
100%.
So it's just a matter of bringing yourself to a point where you can catch yourself going on that path, like we're doing in this program, and reprogram that to a more positive way of thinking and a thought process.
There's lots of ways to get like your creativity out. I'm not an artsy person, but I love coloring. You know, like, and they probably look like shit. They probably look like equivalent to a kindergarten kid's coloring, but I don't care.
Right.
It's not about the quality. It's just about me getting my stuff out, and if that's like just drawn in a straight line for a while, then so be it. You know what I mean? I'm not creating, like, I'm not the artsy guy at all.
Right.
I think that's a good way, a positive way to get creativity out or anxiety out is through art, but it's just I'm just awful at it. Like, I'm just not good at it. I don't give up on it though.
Right. If you enjoy it, it doesn't really matter what the end result is. If that's a form of self-care for you, sure, people might judge you and think you colored it at a restaurant like a 6-year-old. But still, it has its place. If you feel good about it, that's all that matters.
And ultimately, that's all that matters. And I got my stuff out of me. I got my anxiety out of me. And I think that's the same with music. I'm really in the music scene. Like,
you talked about guitar a few times.
I play a lot of guitar.
Yeah.
And I write a lot of lyrics.
How often do you play the skin flute?
0 times. I'm 0 times on that. 0. I don't want any experience on that.
No?
No.
Did you get that joke, Scott?
No, I didn't.
Skin flute is like masturbation.
Oh,
there you go. I had to throw something in there perverted.
Yeah.
This is why often, so we're back to the adrenaline and cortisol coursing through your body. So this is why often people with anxiety have a difficult time with the relaxation tape at first. So we use a relaxation tape. I don't know how often you guys are using
I like
that.
it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I use it like quite a bit.
Did you find at first that it was a little uncomfortable? Yeah? Okay. So the relaxation tape you can find on YouTube if you just type in any kind of relaxation tape. This one's Lucinda Bassett, but there's all sorts of relaxation. They can also be called guided meditations, I guess, in a sense. But anything like that that's going to calm down your heart rate and get you focused on your breathing is a good thing, just to break up that anxious energy. You have to step back and really ask yourself, what's the rush? Rushing around all day and focusing on getting things done takes you out of the present moment living. And I think that our society has kind of programmed us like that, where we're constantly running around.
Instant gratification.
Yeah, instant gratification, next task, and then you're on to the next thing. And a lot of times you reward yourself, but you will reward yourself in unhealthy ways.
Right.
By going to the bars and drinking your face off. And it's not necessarily the best way to program yourself for the future. That's the thing with school for me that I was always like, I'm going to reward myself. I had a test, oh fuck it, I'm going to the bar. I'm going to reward myself, right?
Before the test?
Yeah, pretty much.
I've definitely done that. My first time around college, I went to an exam like with a beer in my McDonald's cup.
Yeah, I've heard of people doing that more than once.
Oh, like I wasn't the only one in that class doing it. Like we kind of went as a tribe, and just to calm down. Like I think I buckle a lot under pressure, or at least in tests and testing situations. And I know like 6 of us went to McDonald's and filled up like the extra large.
6 of you?
Yeah.
6 of you got drunk before your test?
No, we didn't. Well, we got drunk during the test.
Oh God!
We put the ice in the cup, no pop or anything, and then just put the beer can right in there, and then put the straw in the beer can, and put the lid on it. It looks like you're just drinking McDonald's Coke, right?
Giving tips to the university and college students.
I'm sure that we're 19 plus here, right?
That's we are. We are. But now looking back, would you recommend it?
I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay.
I probably failed that test miserably because I was probably looking at it like that.
Right.
Doing those scantrons, not staying in the line.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's good, right? Probiotics? Mm-hmm.
That's probably better for exams and.
Yeah, get yourself a kombucha.
Yeah.
For sure. Although if you're not used to them, they might give you the shit. So it might not be a good idea in like starting it at an exam. Yeah. People with anxiety try to accomplish a lot at once because they think it will make them feel good at the end of the day. Why not feel good now? The whole time you're running around trying to accomplish these tasks. And this is where we can go back to the analogy of the people in the car, right? They're probably running errands to the old timers that we're talking about that are putting along. And they're probably enjoying the drive, maybe listening to a little bit of music or a Tony Robbins tape. And then we're the ones cranking the fucking rap music or the whatever, right? The metal music, driving around all the cars. I gotta get this done. I gotta get this done. Just slow it down. Just slow down and breathe.
I just think, like, even sometimes I'm guilty of, like, hurry up and wait.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hurry up and get somewhere, and then you get there, and then you're still waiting around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm guilty of that for sure.
If you can try to enjoy the journey, right, rather than getting to the destination.
Yeah. That's life, right?
Yeah.
That's
it is the life. It is life, but it especially applies to people with anxiety and depression.
Yeah. There's beauty in moments, right? There really is, and you got to see that beauty, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's an attitude thing if you want to see the beauty in
this whole thing is attitude.
Right.
Yeah.
Whole thing is attitude.
Because I think we get away from that, right? When you stop, like, whatever. Like, I went for a walk the other day, just in Springbank Park, and, like, it was amazing, you know, like, about how nice it was, and, like, just enjoying the weather, the birds, the trees, people, like, going by, you know?
Yeah.
And just, like, felt, when I left, I just had so much more energy and, like, zest for life.
Right,
Like,
it just
focus on
recharges.
this,
you know,
instead of being depressed about all this other little crap.
Right.
You know?
So the walk in the park kind of recharged you, and I think that...
It's nature, and just, look at what we've been given as a gift, right? Like...
Did we take
that
for
for
granted?
granted. Like,
yeah.
A couple of people died this week in the bodybuilding industry. Like,
I saw that.
Yeah.
Like big time guys, right?
Yeah, Rich Piana passed away. Which, I don't know. He was not the most healthy person, I don't think, in the world. But the other guy, Dallas McCarver, like, that was just a freak accident.
Really?
26 years old. And
26?
Wow.
Yeah, choked on chicken and rice.
Really? See, I didn't know he was 26. I saw those too. I saw that there was a big loss in the bodybuilding industry.
Yeah. His training partner was on his way to pick him up. They just talked. It was like 20 minutes between, and got there and
really. Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Yeah. So just like that, it can be taken from you. I mean, that's not to scare you. It's just to sort of say, like Paulie said before.
Stop and just enjoy.
And you only die if you're afraid of death. Just remember what Paulie said. You only die. It's inevitable. You're dead the day that you were born, and you only die once. You live every day. So embrace every day as you have it. Because I know that was a big thing for me. Was I was always obsessing about fearing of dying and having to get past that was tough.
Yeah.
But as soon as you can kind of conquer your fear of what's going to happen regardless, and really,
because that's inevitable, right? Like,
it is.
Whatever is written. So
we're all going to the same place. You can't bring any of your shit with you.
Just a test.
You don't get to bring a car with you.
No, and everything. I mean, this couch is going to either deteriorate or it's going to be in someone else's home. Yeah. This house is going to be lived in by other people. Yeah. At the end of the day, we're all just borrowing everything that we have. It's never going to be permanent. So get used to it.
I think it's just like a test for the afterlife and like how you treat people, right? And
sure.
How it goes through.
Whatever your beliefs are, right? Absolutely. So one of the things that can help you the most is to just try to do everything slower, as we said. Settle down, move slower, breathe slower. Just try to relax in all that you do. And that was a big one for me. Talking slower and practicing taking everything at a slower pace is just something that really hit home to me when I first started this, because it actually reminded me to breathe and just to kind of look around and discover the moment and see what's there instead of trying to rush through it all the time.
Did you feel like you're almost operating or vibrating at like a higher level and just like you need to calm yourself down? I
think that vibrating at a higher level actually means that you're potentially more happy and full of love. I think that like when you're in a depressed state, you're just you're in a more an anxious, like you're just nervous, and the energy is the energy's not as calm and fulfilling. It's more of like a push, and it's hard to describe. But you guys, anyone that's gone through anxious episodes knows what I mean.
It's a chaos energy.
Yeah, exactly. It's very chaotic, and when you start to slow down and you start to kind of learn how to control that in a positive way, then I think that you start vibrating at a higher level and a higher frequency, and then it's positive energy, right? But I don't know. I mean, it depends. That we don't really discuss about in this. But when you feel wound up like a spring, all you need to do is realize that it's nothing more than anxious energy. There we go. You need to do something to get rid of it. Clean the house, exercise, go for a walk like Paulie does, or like Scott does through the park. Play with the kids, get moving. When you're feeling comfortable and relaxed, just understand at that time it's okay to relax and do nothing. You don't always have to be doing something. That thought alone of doing nothing may even make you anxious, but it's okay to just sit and breathe. And this is where a lot of people feel like it's the programming of, oh, what's next? I'm not being unproductive. I should be doing something.
What society?
Yeah, but you don't need to always be doing something.
I think that, like, I've written down here, like, when you're too busy, you're unproductive. Because you're so focused on staying busy that half the shit that you get done, like, the quality of it isn't good. It's just about quantity. How much can you get done? Not, like, how good can you get things done? And I think if we slow down, we can maybe take some more, pride in our work and pride in what we do. We don't just have to... it's not just going through and getting your things off your list as fast as you can. It's about, like, doing that to the best of your ability and, like, feeling loved about that and feeling, that you've done something, you've accomplished something. Whether that's one thing or... Like, I have a bucket list. I've been doing this for a few years now, like, in my sobriety. Where every January 1st, on my sobriety birthday every year, I'll write a list of things I want to do, like, anything in the world. So, like, this year it was, like, go to California, go to Jamaica, ride a horse. Or that was last year, sorry, and I got 2 things off that list. I finally rode a horse for the first time in my life.
Cool.
And I just thought, if I can mark one thing off this list in a whole year, then I'm accomplished.
Right.
I'm probably not going to go to California and Jamaica in the same year.
Right.
But those are 2 places that I would love to go to, and I got to put that out to the universe, right? I can't keep that stuff in. And if I can write that down, even get one thing accomplished in a year, I think that, riding a horse for me was so cool. I'd ridden like an elephant at African Lion Safari, but never a horse. So I was like, fuck it, I gotta get on a horse, right?
Yeah.
It was cool. I'd love to do it again too. It was so calming. Those animals are they're really, really cool. Horses are wild.
They're used for therapy.
Yeah,
they're very intuitive. They can pick up on energy.
I meditated with 2 horses at this Grail Springs Wellness Retreat in Bancroft, and it was wild, man. Like, I was like kind of in like a deep meditation. I opened up my eyes, and this horse's face was like...
Are you serious?
I was like, oh...
That would be amazing.
It was unbelievable. Like, I got pretty emotional about it, because it was like...
That's cool.
Like, holy cow, such a... Like, right here, too, right? I was like... Decent. I could feel that it was close, but I didn't know it was that close. Like, I had no idea. It was really cool. This Grail Springs place has horses that they do it.
You know what would have been awesome? Have you ever seen when horses kind of, they open their mouth and they kind of have a smile? And they just start smiling at you?
Give them a kiss or something.
For sure. Yeah. If you have symptoms of anxiety while you're just sitting still, this is when you start using your positive dialogue. This is when you have to learn to say, I'm okay. I like being myself. It's okay to just sit here and relax. It feels good just to lay here and drift off and do nothing. Think about being a kid again and just let time pass like you did when you were young. And it's almost like we're backwards now. We grow and we know all this stuff, but it takes our capacity away for being that kid that's just having the best time laying on the ground looking at the ceiling.
It's like the innocence.
Yeah. And you look at them and just you wonder, wow, they're just enjoying being alive for a minute.
I think about these, maybe it's just the way it is nowadays, but kids have so many toys, so many different toys.
It's not like it used to be, I guess.
I used to play with pots and pans.
Yeah.
All the time. My parents could get me any toy and I'd still go to the cupboard and get the pots and pans out.
Right.
Bang them around.
Right.
That's all it was. It was really just the toys.
Yeah.
It wasn't like the toys.
You could always have fun with anything. Anything that was kind of new.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we need to get back to is just kind of sitting.
Yeah.
Exactly. Simplicity and just present moment living and not letting your grown-up tasks take over for a bit.
Just go back to the time when you actually had one day off, some days off, and you shut down, everyone's connected all the time.
That's wild to think.
Shut down
the
your
beer
phone
stores used to be closed on Sundays.
Yeah.
That's wild. It's near banks.
Everything.
Sundays,
Everything used to be. It was a day of rest. I know. It's almost like we need it now, right?
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to make more money. They wanted to open the
uproar that would happen if we shut down Sundays now?
You know what
I mean? If we shut down, work on Sundays like they used to, the Facebook would be unbelievable.
What, everybody flocking to Facebook?
No, everyone would just be, putting
bitching on Facebook?
Yeah, bitching on Facebook about Sundays being closed.
Oh, I can't get this, I can't get that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that goes back to the instant gratification where you used to have to plan ahead a little bit. You can't get everything.
I don't think there's anything wrong with planning ahead.
I don't think so either. I'm going to talk about that too.
Yeah.
So, many people with anxiety are so high-strung that by the end of the day or by the middle of the afternoon, they find themselves exhausted, fatigued, and depressed. Your adrenaline has been working overtime, your mind has been working overtime, and it's a very non-productive, self-defeating feeling at the end of the day. An extremely important part of recovery is realizing when your energy levels are up and down and recognizing when you need to back off and not do anymore. So this was really eye-opening